Well, we can be very proud of the way we played our cricket. We tried exceptionally hard to win games. We had good sides, good balance. And unfortunately today we couldn't convert. But, that doesn't make our tournament a bad one. We got to the finals, 3 finals, 2007, 2009 in the 2020, and now this. We've lost 3 finals. That means we need to lift ourselves a bit more. Playing in the finals is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And we didn't grab the opportunity today. Well, there's not really much you can say. You need to let it sink in. And once that's over, then you start really talking about it. And it's hugely disappointing. But also at the same time, it's satisfying in a strange sense, where you understand the magnitude of what you've done to get here. Unfortunately, not converting it was, those are the questions that we need to answer.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.
I think 275 was great. It was a very, very competitive total. In a final, runs on the board is very important. But then again, you also have to penetrate with our bowling attack. Lasith Malinga, did the job for us with the first 2 wickets. But with that Indian batting lineup, you need to take at least 3 to 4 by the time the first 20 overs are up. But I think Gautam Gambhir was outstanding. He's been, he's one of the best players I have seen play the game. As a left-hander, and he and Virat Kohli, that little partnership, they scored a lot of boundaries that they probably shouldn't have, and then MS walked in, and I think he understood exactly what he had to do, and he did it for India. Well, I think it's mainly due to their batting and Zahir Khan. I've always stood firm on the point that after Chaminda Vas and Wasim Akram, Zach's right up there with those great bowlers, and he's been a great servant for India. And Harbhajan Singh have basically shouldered the entire bowling attack. Their batting is unbelievable. They probably had the best top 7 in ODI cricket. And MS Dhoni has been the epitome of Captain Cool. He's very intelligent, very smart with the way he does things. And I think it's a combination of factors that have really made them win in a lot of conditions, not just in home conditions. But we also, as a side, have played very well against them. But I think, playing at home, they took that inspiration that one step further. Looking back at everything that happened in this tournament today, batting first, getting that total on board, getting the runs on the board was never enough the way the Indians batted. It was an exceptional innings. He was, due to come good. And he made this wonderful stage. I think he really showed us what he can do and what a classy player he is. Unfortunately, to get 100 and end up on the losing side is not great. It's not a great feeling, but we're very happy the way he batted. He's the one who got us where we ultimately got to. Otherwise, we're looking at totals of 240 or 250. Well, I think after we got the first 2 wickets, we weren't really tight enough with our bowling. We bowled quite a few loose balls. Gambhir and Kohli made us pay for that, and unfortunately, that's the way the game went. And MS really stuck out there and saw through the tough periods. And once they got ahead of the rate or almost matched the rate, it was very difficult to pull them back. Now, I think Murray's our best bowler. When it comes to spin, you need to have him on the park. He was fine to bowl. The dew only came in quite late, and it wasn't like the New Zealand game when there was a lot of dew. Unfortunately, this time we couldn't, use it as smartly as we could have. And again, as I said before, when you bowl into guys like MS and Gambhir and Virat and Yuvraj, every loose ball they make it count. And we bowled a few too many of those today. Yeah, it's one of those rare days where he hasn't really done the job for us. But that's maybe 1 in 100 days that happens, on 100 games. We're going to miss him terribly. Unfortunately, we couldn't give him a great send-off, but that's the way cricket goes. We were outplayed today. We were beaten by a better side. We have to accept that. We've got to move on now to more cricket.